How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with yet another review. It's fucking Treehouse time. It's been a little bit since I did Treehouse time. Actually, the last time I did Treehouse time was courtesy of the same duder, and that would be Steven L. from up there in Connecticut Way. He sent me off a box of Connecticut and Massachusetts, and lo and behold, there was some Treehouse in there. And this is your big old super sap. I've had sap before. I don't think I've had... Well, rewind that. I've had this before, but it was probably in a line share somewhere, and I took a sip of it. So, I've never reviewed it before. We're going to review it. So, hold your nipples. I don't know. Anyway, super sap. American Double IPA, 7.9% alcohol by volume. On the bottom here, this was canned 1/4. Today is 1/31, so 3 weeks old. It says keep trucking on, not keep on trucking. Okay. And, you know, it's kind of sap, but it's inverted, right? Sap's is red with the black. This is black background with the red. So, I dig it. So, here we go. Let's give this a pop. I don't remember sap. It's been that long. What are we going to get here? It is a Treehouse beer, so we are going to get a hazy. We know that much so far. Fucking Dirty Glass. Oh, I thought I was going to get Dirty Glass Mafia. No, I've been very diligent about washing my glasses. I think I've found a formula, so I'm not fucking with it right now. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Index finger, super creaminess, tight back bubbles that kind of get a little bit bigger as they go up. You know, take a nap on that motherfucker. And she's, you know, butternut squash soup. What do you want? She's quintessential haze. Let's see if I get a nose. Okay. Sap. When I remember sap, and then just using just natural deduction, is I remember it being sappy, resiny. You know, and this is coming off just like a big, huge, juicy melon to me. I saw citrus notes, but there's big, huge melon with a little bit of melon rindiness. There's none of that huge, sappy kind of resinous kind of character to the nose. Sure, there's a little bit of it, just a dabble of it, along with a little bit of soft green, but nothing too big. It's definitely in a more juicy territory, definitely in that more kind of rich, sweet, fruited territory as opposed to sappy. But all that being said, names aside and preconceived notions, she smells like a really big, good, juicy, hazy New England style IPA. That's what she smells like. Let's see if she tastes like that. Cheers. Okay. You do get a resinous, slightly sappy portion show. It's not that big, but you do get it more in the taste. You do get that little bit of green portion I was talking about in the nose too. You get that in there. Again, not that big. The big melon component, that big fruity, juicy, big melon thing, it's there in the taste too. Only a little secret, not that big. That's pretty much it. There's a nice soft sweetness about it. There's a fluffy, creamy mouthfeel that immediately turns into like a thin wateriness. This is by far and away the kind of least favorite Treehouse beer I've ever had. It's just thin. It's thin, and it's just lacking that kind of soul, that richness, that creaminess, that deliciousness, that epicness that Treehouse is usually known for. I'm not one of those people that's going to be like Munson this, Charlton that bullshit. I'm just going to go beer by beer. But this, it's like, it's kind of one of those, I've talked about this with Bearded Iris and with Civil Society before. It almost has that kind of devoid core to it, that center that's missing something. It has all the bits and pieces of what it wants to be. It does have that resinous component to it. It does have that sappy component to it. It does have a big fruited component. But it starts off in the right direction and just, boom, just fucking drops out like crazy. And you're left with what... It's so weird, too, because you're kind of get this soft creaminess, and you get all those flavors, but right when it starts to build, it just bang, drops off, and it turns into just a soft wateriness. It's not negative. I'm not getting off flavors. I'm not getting a bad beer. I'm just getting the promise of something grand, and just never landing. It's just not really there. It just comes off soft, or it comes off thin and watery, where it should just build to a crescendo of richness and deliciousness, and it's just not getting there. So it's not a bad beer, not a negative beer. It's not a drain pour or anything like that, but at the same time, it's just not what I expect. From a brewery that typically kind of crushes it. So take that for what it's worth. Sure, it's a beer mail. Did it kind of get affected in the mail? I don't think so. It's been cool around here. We're not too far away from each other, me and Steven, and he is a person that goes out and the beers from the beers I know he drinks and the beers that he sends me, you can obviously tell he gives a shit. So it's not like he's riding around with this in this trunk in fucking 90-degree weather, So it just tastes like something that comes off a little bit flat, a little bit uninspired from a brewery that usually is a pretty inspiring brewery. So let's cut to the chase. Is it one of the better double IPAs that I've had as of late? No. Just kind of stop short of that, especially about a third of the way in. That second 2/3 is just very watery and very, for lack of a better term, forgettable. Value and availability, it's Treehouse. Whatever, $2, $3, $4 a can. I forget. This is probably closer to $4 a can. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like Treehouse beers, this will probably still do you proper, but especially if you're going from sap to super sap, which is a step up, you expect more. Base simplicity, just saying, okay, I like sap. I want more sap. I want it cranked up to 11. This tastes like you're starting to turn the volume up and your parents come in and knock on the door and tell you to turn the volume down and immediately turn it way down too much. That's kind of where this goes. So it's kind of disappointing in that, right? Again, not a negative beer, just kind of lacking a little bit of inspiration. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little Treehouse jam right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.